Hey, just wanted to do a quick one with some of my thoughts on around Stellantis H1 2022, and maybe get some insights from the community and see what people think. Nothing in this podcast should be considered financial advice. Listeners should consult an investment professional before making any decisions regarding topics mentioned in this show. I do hold a position in Stellantis. So if we zoom out and look overall, while the shipments are down, they are making strong revenues through higher pricing. Additionally, the valuation is rather low, trading at around 3 times PE and a dividend yield of around 7.5. So the key question is, can this type of good profitability continue? The market seems to be pricing in a definitive no. My views are a little bit more mixed. I think there's some positive factors and some negative ones. So let's start with the negative ones. There's a possibility of recession in the US and globally, and probably a hard recession in Europe. Two, possibility of factory shutdowns in Europe due to energy rationing. It takes quite a bit of energy to build a car, and Europe might want to conserve that energy for winter heating. Three, supply chain challenges. So I think here the story is probably a little bit mixed. Most likely in semiconductors, you're probably getting a little bit better of a supply. You've seen that in the graphics cards, they're coming back online. So most likely the auto chips are also, the situation is probably improving a bit. But, continued geopolitical mess overall with COVID lockdowns and the like. So unclear whether it's getting better or not overall. Now let's turn to some positives. Assuming that one of the primary reasons for the recessions are the energy prices, new cars are essentially part of the energy solution. Essentially, what you need is things like plug-in hybrids and fully electric vehicles that consume less oil and allow you to have different types of energy sources, both renewable and maybe things like nuclear, right? So they're part of the solution. So if they're part of the solution, can demand for them really drop that much? Two, dealer inventories are overall very low, right? And so there could be a cycle of some inventory rebuilding, probably not to the pre-pandemic highs, but to some sort of levels that are a little bit better than having, empty lots with no new cars. Three, there's a decent backlog on most cars, right? So there's a lot of customer factory orders that are still making their way through the system. So I'm showing a video here of Dave B talking about the Corvette, and in his opinion, they're sold through probably 2024 on that car, right? So I'm not every model is like the Corvette, but I mean there has been a lot of customer orders, and they're still making their way through the system. So a lot of vehicles are basically sold already. So with all that being said, I think I'm a little bit more bullish than the market here, but I'm open to ideas and things that I'm missing. So if you have any such things, post them in the comments below. Also, if you could subscribe, that would help the channel. Thanks for watching.